Your secondary applications are your chance to show the medical schools of your dreams why you want to attend their program and why they should choose you. Dr. Jubal, MedSchoolInsiders.com. Like every aspect of your med school application, secondary should be seen as one more opportunity to impress admissions committees. How can you sell yourself and highlight how you will specifically add value to the incoming class? First, let's take a quick step back to understand what secondary applications are. Your primary application is the first step in applying to medical school. It's a single application submitted through AMCAS, AA COMAS, or TMD SAS that is then sent to as many medical schools as you want. Your primary application includes your transcript, MCAT score, letters of recommendation, personal statement, and work and activity section. You can submit your primary as soon as the end of May or the beginning of June. Once schools review your primary application, they will begin sending out secondary requests within a few weeks. Your secondary application will consist of a handful of short essay questions designed to help admissions committees better understand if you are a good fit for their program. Although the exact wording and number of questions will differ across schools, admissions committees are generally looking for responses to these themes. Why this school? Why are you the perfect fit for this school in particular, and what makes you unique? The questions won't look exactly like that, but it's crucial to address these themes in your responses. Some secondaries consist of several short essay questions, while others ask for a longer essay. In general, expect to answer between 2 to 8 essay questions, the length of which will vary greatly. While receiving a secondary used to be a promising sign that a medical school was interested in you, the process has become much less selective. Many schools send out secondaries to all applicants without even looking at their primary applications. This is partly because admissions committees want to see which applicants are truly interested in attending their school. If you fail to submit a secondary in a reasonable time frame, it indicates that they are a lower priority school for you. However, it's also true that the vast majority of medical schools charge an additional fee for secondary applications. It's in a school's best interest to request secondaries from as many applicants as possible, as it's an easy cash grab. Secondary fees range from $30 to $200, but the most common fee is $100. So, how do you write secondary responses that will get you noticed by your top choice schools? First, it is imperative that you submit your secondaries within 1 to 2 weeks of receiving them without hindering the quality of your responses. This is an undeniably limited time frame to deliver a thoughtful, convincing response, which is why it's critical to begin preparing early. Your chances of acceptance decrease the longer you wait to submit due to rolling admissions. Starting early and remaining at the front of the pack throughout the application process is the best thing you can do to safeguard your acceptance to medical school, as long as you don't compromise on your essay quality. To keep up with the storm of secondaries you'll receive, begin drafting your responses in advance. Remember, if you apply to approximately 20 schools, most of them will verify your application and send you secondaries around the same time. If you thought 2 weeks was a short time frame before, it's especially short the more secondaries you receive. The more they pile up, the more difficult it will become to submit quality responses within the 2-week window. While the questions will vary slightly from school to school, most schools use the same or very similar questions from the preceding year. Some common questions include, why have you chosen to apply to our program? Why are you a great fit in our school community? Describe a moral or ethical dilemma that was particularly memorable and what you learned from the experience. Describe an obstacle or adversity you have faced in your life. How did you overcome it? What important aspects of your personal background or identity have not yet been addressed elsewhere in the application? Pre-drafting your secondaries will help you stick to the 7 to 14-day timeline without hampering the quality of your essays. Draft answers to the questions you anticipate you will receive in advance, especially for the schools you're most interested in attending. Med School Insiders keeps an up-to-date database of secondary essay prompts from every medical school. Check out that free resource linked in the description. Next, create a strategic plan for your secondaries. Don't wing it or complete the secondaries in the order you receive them. Prioritize the schools you're most interested in attending or the ones you believe will be the most competitive. During your drafting phase, it can help to begin with a school that asks quite a few secondary questions. Starting with the most intensive secondary means you will have more material to recycle, and it will give you a better idea of how long the process will take you. Next, avoid cookie cutter responses. There are often a number of very common or deceptively generic questions on secondary applications, which can lead applicants to provide equally generic, ineffectual responses. Don't regurgitate the school's mission statement and values in your essay, or simply list the qualities that make you a great candidate. These responses don't effectively illustrate to an admissions committee why you find their school unique and why you would make an ideal fit. The first step to delivering a unique response is deeply researching the school and what the program values. What differentiates this program from the other programs you've researched? Check message boards and reach out to current students and previous graduates for insider information. Next, relate how your own experiences makes you an excellent fit. How would you specifically contribute to the school and benefit from that program in particular? Why do the extracurricular offerings speak to you? Are there physicians you're excited to learn from and work with in the program? And beyond what you can learn from the school, what can you offer the program in return? How are you uniquely suited to help the medical school reach its own goals for the program and student body? Next, it's a common misconception that just because you don't come from a specific ethnocultural or socioeconomic background, you can't add diversity to a medical school class. Diversity comes in many forms. What unique qualities, interests, skills, experiences, goals, or values do you possess? Are you an expert violinist who has learned dedication and discipline through years of musical study? Have you honed your leadership skills after years of serving as the captain of a sports team or the president of the student council? Focus on your personal story and the qualities, skills, and experiences that make you unique. Building a strong, cohesive narrative is a crucial aspect of a successful application. If you are an immigrant or your parents are, how has that experience shaped you? If you struggled to get good grades when you were younger, what did you do to overcome those challenges? No matter how you approach diversity questions, describe how the experience made you feel, what you learned, the qualities you developed as a result, and how you will apply the lessons learned to your medical education and future career. Next, while this may seem like an obvious tip, be careful not to use the wrong school name. This happens more often than you might think due to the limited amount of time pre-meds have to submit secondaries, the number of secondaries they receive, and recycling answers to common questions. Since medical schools often ask similar questions, you'll be able to recycle and adapt your answers. However, recycling answers can easily result in forgetting to change the name of the medical school. Always, always, always make sure you proofread your secondary applications carefully. As you can imagine, using a different school's name doesn't leave a good impression with admissions committees. It demonstrates carelessness and shows you're not as interested in that school as you claim, both of which can destroy your chance of acceptance. Lastly, and this cannot be overstated, proofread your work. Spelling and grammar mistakes are an automatic red flag to admissions committees as they demonstrate carelessness, a deeply unattractive quality in an aspiring physician. Read over your work carefully and repeatedly and ask others you trust to do the same. We recommend using editing apps like Grammarly to catch the more obvious errors, but do not rely on bots alone. While impressive, these apps lack the nuance and understanding of human beings and can easily miss glaring mistakes and spelling errors. Don't risk your acceptance by trying to take all this on yourself. Essay editing services like the ones provided by Med School Insiders can give you the objective help that friends, family, and mentors simply cannot. Secondary applications are time-consuming, stressful, and exhausting. And after all the work you put into refining your primary application, it's common for applicants to experience a significant dip in energy when it comes time to complete secondaries. It's imperative that you don't ease up during this crucial time. Applying to medical school is a marathon, not a sprint. This is where Med School Insiders can help. Our medical school secondary application editing services will help you craft the kind of singular secondary applications that will get you noticed by your desired medical schools. Our doctor advisors have served on medical school admissions committees and have read thousands of secondary essays. We know what it takes to stand out, and we'll help you craft a tailored secondary application for each school. Learn more at medschoolinsiders.com.